Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're gonna take a look at the NIO stock and whether it's a buy or a sell. And we're gonna look at the do some technical analysis, and then we will do some fundamental analysis. So does this fit my criteria? Maybe it does for you, but we're gonna take a look if I were to buy this stock. So first off, we're gonna take a look at the technicals, and it's in an awful downtrend. As you can see, it's below its 200-day, which is not what I prefer. It's an awful downtrend. Somehow it seems like it has made some kind of bottom in here, but I usually prefer to buy stocks when they have a lot of strength in it. That's my strategy for my swing trading. From a technical standpoint, this is not something that I would look for. I am not a bottom fisher, so this doesn't look too appealing for me. We can see some heavy selling volume here, and we have some buying pressure in here. Huge volume and some great price action. We have it also in here, and we have it also some here. So it's not too bad from a volume perspective, I guess. But it has really no kind of pattern that I want to see, and it's below its 200 daily moving average. So from a technical standpoint, this is a no for me. But however, we're gonna take a look at the fundamentals and see if that's any good. So here we have the NIO stock, and we can see the revenue growth has gone from 128% to 53% to 28% and to 17%. So the revenue growth is declining quite rapidly. That is not something that I want to see, and I wouldn't even consider it a growth stock if it's down to 17%. It's quite a lot of other stocks to be interested in. So it's declining revenue growth, very bad. The earnings growth is also down a lot, not something that I want to see. So there is no steady earnings growth, and the profit margins is down to negative 27%. So they are losing money, and quite a lot too. Negative 27% that's just not something you want to see in the stock. So from a fundamental perspective, now I haven't dig deep into this stock, but I can tell straight away this is not something I would even put my time into. So I mean, we can take a look at the revenues. So we have covered the revenue growth, and you can see from here the growth have pretty much stopped, and it's not something you want to see. It's not sexy at all. For me to consider to like dig deeper into a stock, then I want to at least, I definitely don't want to see a revenue growth that is declining as rapidly as this is. 130% down to 70%. That's just awful. That's just awful. I don't understand why you should put your hard-earned money into these kind of stocks. And the NIO stock is very hyped, and I understand that because I have looked into some of them cars, and they have some. Everyone talks about the battery change technology and all that, but I'm not convinced, and the data here doesn't really convince me either. So the product doesn't sell as good as I wanted to. Hint, there are better car companies, I believe, or car companies. I wouldn't. Yeah, that's for another video. Whatever. Yeah. So from a fundamental perspective, well, it's not garbage, but it's not something that I would put my precious time into to dig deeper. And the technical standpoint, I mean, how can you argue that this looks good? And many doesn't really consider the technical standpoint. Many thinks it's just some astrology and it doesn't have anything to do with the stock. Well, I'm not here to convince you something else. This is just something that I've done for a long time, and it's worked perfectly fine to be good at charts. It makes it easier for you to manage your risk and your risk reward ratios, and you can see some key signs in a pattern. For example, the volume here is really good, and the moving average is good, and the price action relative to the volume, and there's a lot of hidden messages in charts like this. You just have to be great at spotting them. I also don't use indicators. That's also from another video, I guess. So that's my take on NIO. As you maybe can hear, I'm not a fan of this. I think there are a lot of other stocks to be interested in. All right, thank you. This was everything for this video. Take care. Bye.